everybody, and welcome to a long overdue voiceover, and episode, I guess, of something new on the channel, and just a video in general. I believe the last time I actually did a voiceover was like, I don't know, it feels like 3 months ago, it feels like a year, I don't know. It's been a while since I actually talked one-on-one, or like with my actual voice, that you've actually heard my voice from like the past 10 videos. It's just been like music. I feel kind of bad. And every video, like in the past 3 videos, they're like, I really should like do a voiceover for something like this. And then I'm just like, oh, I really don't want to. And then I just post it. So it's finally time to actually inform you guys of what's going on. I've been trying to cover most of it in community posts. And I think I've been doing a decent job. If you've been watching like the comments on the past a couple of videos, you've been seeing like the updates I give, but I just want to make it more public as an actual video, so all of you, or it reaches a lot more of the audience. Because I know a lot of people don't actually look at comments on a video, they just look at the actual video. We're going to start with actually the new series and what we're doing. So this is going to be the Sandhill Safari. This is not going to be a long series. Today we're actually building the zebras and the Scimitar Horned Oryx enclosure, along with a enclosure that we're not actually building, you can see in the video, but I built it off camera. I accidentally forgot to record, which is why there wasn't a video last week, because that was supposed to be the video that was out, and I somehow didn't record a single second of me building it. I know, hold your applause, thank you. But the one that was supposed to go last week was the Dromedary, Camel, and the Somali wild ass, which is great because I was supposed to build for the Arid Animals from the new bag, and both of them missed their chance. But it's okay. I'm going to combine their enclosure cinematics with this episode's cinematics, so you'll see all 4 of them, all 4 animals bunched into one. So you'll see 2 different enclosures at the end. This video will only show you the second enclosure, or the one of them. So yeah, like I said, today we're building for the zebra and the Scimitar Horned Oryx. The zebra is just something I felt we needed on a safari. Then I guess I should probably explain what this series actually is. So this is basically, for people who have been on the channel for a bit longer, you might have remembered the river cruise, which, like most of my channel series on Planet Zoo, was abandoned and forgotten, and I didn't go back to work on it. So that's always nice. If you guys remember that was basically a giant boat tour. There was no actual zoo part of it. It's more of like a boat cruise. You would pay and you would go around each biome of the Earth. We only got through the tropical section, which to be fair was a really big section. And then I just started the African section, which I guess kind of lost interest in. And that's when it kind of fell apart. I mean, I didn't really do anything with it. So I felt like to honor it, that for all those missing African species that we didn't do. Plus, I realized that on the channel I haven't really built for a lot of African animals myself, on the channel. So I think it would be great if we actually did a series dedicated to African animals, or desert animals in general. So this will not be a long series, like I said. This will almost be like a filler, kind of, until a bigger project gets in the works after Oakwood Zoo is done. Now, Oakwood Zoo, I'll get into this in a bit, like probably about 5 minutes. But actually, yeah, I'll get into that in a bit. But yeah, Sandhill Safari, probably max 10 episodes, 10-week project most likely. I mean, I say that for half of the projects I do on this, and I feel like it's just not even fair anymore to say that. I feel like every time I say 10 weeks, it turns into like 10 years. Honestly, I don't know. But I'm going to try my best to only do 10 episodes in this. I think it should be pretty easy. I'm going to do a very small circle. With the last project, with the boat cruise, that was a very big loop that we need to fill, and I kept going like weird squiggles and stuff that the boat would follow. This one, the Jeep is just gonna go single-handedly through a tight shape. It's not gonna be like boxes or anything like that, but like you'll see at the end what I mean. There's like very smooth, just straight curved tracks, and the enclosure is not going to be like a giant scribble or whatever, like a giant shape that the Jeep will have to maneuver around. It's not going to be like that. So yeah, so like I said, this will not be a full series. I'm only gonna do it for 10 weeks, 10 episodes. almost like a summer series kind of. I wanted to do something African animals. I wanted to do something summer themed because I've been sticking to the same type of realism and same type of uh, architecture regularly, which I don't blame myself for because it's Oakwood Zoo and you have to stick with a theme. But I really wanted to do something out of my comfort zone, so we're stretching out to something more deserty and things like that. Plus with the pack, it also feels necessary. So yeah, I did also put out a poll. Probably I think it was like yesterday when this video is going out. Yeah. That I put out 4 different animals for you guys to choose from, and whichever one got the most votes, I would put in first. I said, which animal would you like the most? So I didn't say I wouldn't do the other 3 that lost. If you haven't voted on that poll yet, I'll link it. Actually, I don't know if I can link polls. Just go to the community tab on the channel. I think the options were meerkat, red river hog, the flamingo, and the giraffe. So honestly, I think in the lead right now is the red river hog with the giraffe closely behind. I'm always still counting the votes. If something miraculously changes before I actually build the enclosure, I'll listen to it, even if I am halfway through building one of the animals and one pulls ahead. I will listen and I will completely demolish that building. I'll get the bulldozers out. I'm ready. Anyway, if you do want to vote in the poll, go ahead. I think the winner right now is the Red River Hog. So I honestly was actually kind of hoping that one would win because I know we didn't build for a lot of the tropical pack animals because of malfunctions in Oakwood Zoo, and I kind of just took a break from the game, I guess. We're finally back, so that's very exciting. And the tropical pack still we missed. We didn't build for the Fusa, we didn't build for the Monitor, the Sloth, or the what's the one I just said, the Red River Hog. So yeah, I definitely want to start building for those. I might also build for the Fusa. And with that, also with this pack, we'll be able to finish up the Arid Animals. So the Arid Animal Pack, 8 animals. The Viper doesn't count because it's exhibit. I guess I could build like a reptile house, but I'm really not feeling it. So that narrows it down to 7. We've built for 5 of them, I think. We built for the Dromedary, the Somali in this episode. We built for the Porcupine and the Adax and the Dominant Gazelle, and I'll link those videos in the top right on icon cards. If you want to go check those out, those are great videos in my opinion. Now we only have 2 left. We have the Sandcat, which I am currently working on a realism project like the other 2, like the Adax enclosure and the Porcupine enclosure. I want to do like one-off builds for that, and the Black Rhino will actually be a part of this series and will be the next episode. So whoever won the poll that I posted yesterday, that I just said, will not be the next episode of the series. It will be the episode after that. The next episode will be the Black Rhino, and I probably will put something with it, like the Blue Wildebeest or the Buffalo or something like that. Probably the Wildebeest. I'm just kind of thinking of, I'm really trying to think of like ungulates, things you would see on safari tours. And then after that would probably be the Red River Hog. Supposedly that it wins, and it stays in the lead. So yeah, all we have left is the Black Rhino and the Sandcat, and then I guess we'll just go back to making habitats for the rest of the enclosure of the animals we haven't made yet. Ergo, tropical pack. So we'll build for that, like the Fusa, things like that. So obviously I was not active for the past almost 2 weeks, I think. I think so. Because the first 2 episodes I built for the Arid pack came out right after the pack actually dropped. I put one video out the day after the pack released, and then another video out like the following Friday, I think, because the pack released on a Tuesday. So yeah, I was so determined, like, I'm gonna get all the animals done in a week. You watch, and then 2 weeks by, and it's like, oh shoots. But it's okay though, because we're back, and we still have 5 animals down. Only 2 left. We're doing good. But I am sorry for not being active in the past 2 weeks. Again, I had this video plan, it failed, and then Oakwood Zoo have been trying to come up with a game plan on how to fix it. And I'll talk about that actually next. So, Oakwood Zoo, currently the fan favorite of series on this channel, which personally it's my favorite too, because you know it's my favorite. So I do have a plan. What I'm gonna do is, so the past two enclosures we built for the 8X and porcupine, those were actually not just one-off builds. Those were builds that I'm going to put into Oakwood Zoo, but I can't right now. So I do have a a way to get into the park. I have connections, yes, but I can't be there all the time. So what my plan is I'm going to build the rest of the enclosures and one-off zoos. Just basically like, just start a new map, build an enclosure, leave the map, and then that's done. And they're all going to be separate zoos, and I'm going to make blueprints of all of them. I'll even probably upload them to the Steam Workshop, because I know I've gotten a lot of requests and stuff. A few requests, actually, to upload stuff like that on my workshop, and it also just grows. I don't know. It just supports you guys and helps you guys out if you want. I have been uploading a fair bit of stuff on my workshop. I'll link it probably down below in the description if you want to check those things out. A lot of helpful stuff. So I'm gonna build the rest of the enclosure. I have the roadmap of Oakwood Zoo, the rest of the animals I want to build for, and we are basically going to build enclosures for all of them in one-off zoos. And the next time I am back and can get into Oakwood Zoo through this connection, I am going to take all the blueprints, I will put them into the zoo, finishing it up, and having the entire zoo finished. Now, I won't be able to record a tour, walking through and like recording myself, obviously, but I will be able to make a cinematic tour, so I can make kind of like a cinematic, yeah, almost like a cinematic tour, just through the zoo, a very nice official branding trailer for it, I guess, and then hopefully I can upload the zoo to the workshop. And even though I won't be able to play with it a lot, I'm hoping that it works for you guys if you have stronger computers than I am, which I'm sure some of you do. But yeah, so that is what I'm planning to do to finish the zoo. That seems like the only way to finish the zoo at this point. I can't find a flaw in the plan so far. I'm sure something will probably go wrong, because you know, why would it not? So yeah, I think that's what I got. I think it's a foolproof plan. I can't think of anything that goes wrong with it. Yeah. Anyway, so back to today's build. That's honestly, that's really awesome. That's all I have left to say. So I hope you guys enjoy. In the next weeks, I do have something a bit sad. I am going on vacation for the next 2 weeks. So I will not, I think for the next 10 days, so yeah, basically. I will be building, I'll take my computer and I will still build on Planet Zoo. I will not upload any videos though, in that time, because obviously it's on vacation. So in the next 2 weeks, you can sadly expect no content. However, with these 2 weeks, I will hopefully be able to get ahead and start building for a lot of things, and finishing things up. So that way, when I return in 2 weeks, we'll have a variety of new content, and I'll hopefully be able to going back to at least definitely one video per week, but hopefully two. I'm really hoping I can upload more. We also have a Prehistoric Kingdom, other series like that I will catch up with eventually. I also kind of want to start like a building project in Prehistoric Kingdom, but I don't know if I have the time. Yeah. And I've also wanted to do like speculation videos for Planet Zoo, like what the last 2 DLCs will be, what the next DLC will be. Like I really want to do like such speculation videos because they're really fun to make. I had like a planned, is the Tropical Pack worth your money or whatever, that I was going to post like last month, and I just cannot, I don't really have a lot of motivation to edit, because editing is very boring. It's the building part that actually gets entertaining, but the editing part is like meh. But you know, maybe I'll upload that if you guys still want. I'm hoping to do some sort of speculation video at the end of the summer. It depends on if I have time. I don't know. I hope you all enjoy the rest of the episode that's left. I don't know how much I have left. I don't know how long I've been talking for. It's probably not a good sign, but whatever. I hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you all later, hopefully in a couple weeks. Peace out, guys.